Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at these facts very quickly. Let's take a look at these facts very, 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 very quickly. Okay, so you will discover that 90% of traders lose money in trading. 90% of traders, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter their knowledge in trading. It doesn't matter the number of years in trading. 90% of traders lose money almost immediately they start trading. Why? Because of one simple fact: lack of proper trading psychology and emotional mastery in trading. You see, this simple truth has affected a lot of people and has crippled a lot of people's accounts. Just this simple thing. Okay, so please, I want to beg us, and when you come in like that, try to mute yourself so that you don't give us noise, and you don't bring noise into the background, so that we can all enjoy the lecture. Thank you very much. As you are coming in, please try to mute yourself. You're welcome, and we are just starting, so just mute yourself and try to listen to what we are saying. Okay, so now I said lack of proper trading psychology and emotional mastery in trading can cripple your account in one day. It doesn't matter the knowledge that you have in reading the chart. You can be an expert chart reader. You can be an expert in using Bollinger Bands, in using Fibonacci, in using any tool out there. In fact, you can even be an expert in using most of Rally Trade's indicator, and you are still losing your trade. The problem is that you are lacking proper trading psychology. Proper trading psychology. You see, this is the problem that when people come to me and ask me, oh, Precious, what do you think? Should I use a robot on my account? I used to tell them, you see, a robot is not emotional. And so therefore, a robot cannot apply the right emotional mastery to trading or trading psychology. And that is why most people that use automated trading strategy, they end up blowing their accounts. Why? Because that robot is not a human being that can think for you. It doesn't matter he just begins to open trade, whether it is right or wrong, he doesn't know. So trading psychology is one very, very key and important point that we have to take note of. So please, I'm begging us once more, when you're coming in, please mute yourself so that we can all listen to the lecture. I'm hearing some noise in the background. So please try to mute yourself. All right, so let's look at it. Successful trading is how many percent? 70% psychology and 30% trading strategy. And that's it. If you want to be successful in trading, what you need is 70% psychology and 30% trading strategy. You see, the very first day I saw this quote, I was amazed because I have been majoring in the minor and minoring in the major. What do I mean? I have been running around watching YouTube videos upon YouTube videos, studying trading materials on the best strategy. In fact, I had almost 10 indicators on my chart. I was using moving average. I was using moving average, convergence, divergence. The relative strength index was on my chart. I was using Fibonacci and every other thing. All of them, they were just there. And yet I was losing money. And I was asking myself, what's going on? Right? The reason why I was losing money is not far-fetched. It was because I was only majoring in the 30% of what was supposed to make my trading successful. So successful trading is supposed to be 70% psychology and 30% trading strategy. And so therefore, today we are going to be looking at how to really, major in the major and minor in the minor. I know most of you currently listening to me now, you're already traders and you have been trading for some time, whether 3 months or 6 months, you have been trading. So strategy is not a new thing to you. You have a strategy, at least you should have been exposed to one strategy and the other. But you agree with me that topic like trading psychology is something that is not really out there. And that's why here in Rally Trade, we have deemed it fit to bring this to our table today so that we can all benefit from it. So let's quickly run through it. Let's quickly run through it very quickly. What is trading psychology? What is trading psychology? So please pay attention. Now, simply put, trading psychology refers to the emotional mindset of traders, whether that's a feeling composed or anxiety. While trading, it's crucial you remain calm, patient, focused, and disciplined, not letting your emotional state affect your work. I'm going to repeat that. Simply put, trading psychology refers to the what? Emotional mindset of a trader. The emotional mindset of a trader. whether it's a feeling of being composed or anxious, or is a feeling of remaining calm, being patient and focused, and very importantly, being disciplined, not allowing your emotional state to affect your work. Not allowing your emotional state to affect your work. It's very, very important. The reason why many people have lost in this business is because they have allowed their emotional state to affect their work. Let me share a very good example with you. For example, I myself, so many years ago when I started trading, I was able to move my $100 account. Then in those days, started with $100. I was able to move the $100 account to about 300 and something, just between the morning and in the night, just few hours, trading USD JPY, right? Now, guess what? I made a huge loss because I was my emotional state. I was overexcited, and that gave me, I became overconfident in the market. So I increased my lot size. Immediately I increased my lot size. I'm already overconfident, so I'm not really watching the chart. I'm just entering any trade anyhow. I was scalping. So I just entered the trade, and immediately I lost $70 out of the 300. No, I still had 230 something. I should have stayed out and watched the market. I said, no. I must make that money back. I must make the money back. And guess what I did? I now increased, I doubled the lot size. I was already high. I doubled it. And then I entered into the market again. I wanted to take revenge. I wanted to make that money back because my emotional state at that time was not good. The money I lost has thrown me off balance. What I should have done was to sit back and watch the trade and see how it would go. But no, I wanted to get that money immediately, even when I was still anxious and I was not emotionally okay. And because of that, guess what? That account that day became zero. It was when it now became zero and I sat down as if they just poured me cold water. And I was thinking about everything that has happened. Everything was replaying in my mind. Understand? So what happened that day was not because I was not a good trader. It was because I did not apply the right trading psychology to it. And this thing I'm saying has happened to a whole lot of us listening to me now. That you have been trading and you have made some profits, and all of a sudden you just discover that the whole money is gone, and you're asking yourself, how did it happen? At a particular time, something has gone wrong with your trading psychology. Your emotional state was thrown off balance, and that was what went wrong with your account. So let's look at it. Now, you must have the right mindset for success in trading. Do you want to be successful in trading? You must have the right mindset. And what's the right mindset? You must see trading as a business. I used to tell people, both in my online classes and in my offline classes at the academy here in Lagos, I used to tell people, when you are going into trading as a business, you must see it as a business and not a game of luck. Trading is not a game of luck. I'm saying it, I'm emphasizing it because I know a lot of us make this mistake. I also made it when I came into this business. I was told about a lot of benefits. And one benefit that caught my attention was the profit potential. You will be able to make a lot of money when trading in this business. And it's true. Yes, it's very, very true. But you must know. You must know that it's not that you will now become lucky. You cannot be lucky in this business. It's a business. And so therefore, you should have a what? You should have a business plan before venturing into it. You should have a business plan. And it's very, very important. Okay? So take a look at this. Trading is not about the big jackpot. You would never have days where a single positive or negative trade alter our performance dramatically. That was what I was trying to say. After making so much money, maybe you traded for 1 week, you have made so much money. Just one trade that you entered removed the whole profit you have made. It means your trading psychology is bad. It means your emotions towards trading is bad. It's either greed has set in or fear has set in. Now we're going to look at all those things very soon. Okay, jackpots are for casinos to lure gamblers, and we are not gamblers in this business. Do you know why 90% of people lose their money in this business? Because 90% of people gamble in this business. And they don't see it as a business, they see it as a game of luck. And of course, a game of luck, you don't need a business plan. You don't need a plan. You just go into it, and if you're lucky, fine. If you're not lucky, well, all well and good. And that's how people see this business. But when you begin to see it as a business on its own, that is why the likes of George Soros, right? George Soros was the man that broke the Bank of England many, many years ago. That man strategized for many years before achieving that in trading. Many years, he was planning it. It was a business plan. And immediately, the whole thing came into the perfect timing. He went into the market and just one trade brought him fortune. Till today, we are still talking about him. Okay, so you must see it as a business plan. Now, as a business plan, you will never go into a business without having what? Without learning everything possible in that business. I used to be afraid of people that will come to, we want to trade, and after 2 days of learning, you are jumping into your life account already. I used to be scared of people like that because I already know what might be the end results. You should take your time to learn about the business you want to go into first. That's why you have your demo account. You should practice more on your demo account. Practice more on your demo account before going into the live account, right? Knowing everything you need to know, doing your research. And I used to tell people, no matter what trade is giving you now, you still need to do your own research. Go online and get a lot of materials that can also help you to become a professional trader. Another thing you should do is to set aside allotted time for your new venture. A lot of people have money in this business and they will tell me, oh, Precious, I don't have time. I'm very busy here and there. In fact, I've not checked the charts today. I have a friend like that. Every client is my friend. So I have a friend like that who is a client of Rally Trade. We met during the academy, and after training, he entered some trades on his life account. And, he was so busy with a whole lot of things that he didn't even check that trade. So busy. Running about here, you had other businesses, but this is a major business that you must also pay attention to. By the time he was to come back to check the trade has gotten to profits, but he didn't use a take profits. So the thing did not close in take profits. The thing now reversed back against him. So before he came, he met a very huge loss, and then he was calling me to tell me, I said, why didn't you check the trade? You must have time for this business. If you don't have time, it's better you don't go into it than going into it and then you're not allotting time for it. Okay, the next one is that you must also create a financial forecast. I used to tell people, do not just come into this business without a vision. You must tell yourself, in the next 3 months of my trading, how much should I have realized? Do you have all this plan? Do you have all this plan? Do you have it written somewhere that, okay, in the next 3 months, I want to make 20% of my account, or I want to make a profit of 10%, or I want to make a profit of 50%. How are you going to make that profit? Okay, every day I want to be making $3, or I want to be making 2,000 naira. Okay, people who have done that over time, including myself, I've seen great results. I have somebody in Port Harcourt, in Asaba rather. This young man deposited 30,000 naira, which started as a student, then the student account, and he told himself, every day I want to be making 3,000 naira every day. I trade only the London section from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and that's all. I'm only trading Euro USD or USD or GBP USD, and that's all he does. Every day from morning to 11, from morning to 11. That guy was
I'm not hearing.
Can't hear you again, oh.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right, thank you. So I said the guy was able to take his 30,000 naira to 186,000, not because he was lucky, but because he had a trading plan. Because he planned himself and told himself, I will not do more than 3,000 naira every day. Maybe he makes 3,000 like this, stop trading. Even if the thing is falling down or crashing down or flying up, it doesn't concern him. He has stopped trading and is no longer trading. 3,000 naira every day. And because of that, he was able to make what? Good profits over time. Okay, now you have to create a business plan. The way I'm talking to you now, I want you to begin to write it down somewhere. That what is my business plan towards this business? How do I want to start to make profits using that business plan? How much do I want to be making every day? People that come into this business with the mindset of doubling their account in 2 days end up losing their money, because the market is not something you can predict. And so therefore, you must see it as a business. Okay? So let's talk about let's look at something else I want us to look at now. Now, combating trading anxiety. Now, many of us, this is where we have problem. There are a lot of emotions that we need to combat. What are these emotions? Number one is nervousness. Number two is overconfidence. Number three is fear. Number four is greed. The fourth one is anxiety. Then we now have fear of missing out. And then we have doubt. Now, the problem most of us have is that sometimes we can be nervous, or sometimes we are overconfident because you have made the first 5 trades, you have been able to enter profit. You believe that, oh, you already understand the market, and by the time you are entering the 6th one, you just put a very big lot size. Maybe you put the very big lot size, that is when the market now went against you, and all the profits you have made from the very 5 trades, all of them just crashed. It has happened to me before. And I believe that many of us have also experienced this in this business because of greed and overconfidence. You understand? So fear is another thing. Fear and greed, very, very important. We're going to talk about them much later. But I just want to expose us to all these things. So how does it work? Let me show you. Let me show you how these things work. Now look at this. This is a trader. This person has started trading. He has not studied the act of trading properly, but he has gone into his life account without proper knowledge, without proper guidance, nothing. He has gone into his life account. And let's all see how he's trading. Let's see how he's trading now. Let me just try to mute us. Okay. So you can see he's very optimistic here. The price is going to go up, Abi, because price is looking as if it's going up. And you know that price has a movement. Price has the way it moves. I hope we know that. For an uptrend, you will see price forming what? Higher highs and higher lows. Price must go up and come down, go up and come down. But for a downtrend, you will see price forming what? Lower lows and lower highs. It must go down and come up, go down and come up. So in this case now, price is looking as if it's going up. But don't forget that this market can retrace at any time. So this person sees this movement that this thing is going up. He jumps into a buy. He's very optimistic and very enthusiastic. His enthusiasm was very strong. Very confident that this thing is going to buy. Immediately he entered. As he entered immediately, the trade began to stall. It didn't go up again. It now started going back down. Then anxiety now sets in. Immediately anxiety sets in. Instead of him to get out of that trade, at that point, he said, no, I still believe, I still hope that this thing is still going to go in my favor. Let me still wait. Let me wait. As he's waiting, the thing is going down more, and he's already losing more money. And then he begins to get afraid. He's now very scared, right? Very, very scared now. And at this point, he begins to panic. Immediately he gets to this point, he becomes discouraged. He closes that trade in a very huge loss, Abi. So because he's still having money in the account, and I told you, revenge trading. Now he wants to revenge. He wants to make that money back by all means. What do you think he will do? He will enter a sell again. As he enters the sell here, guess what? This was just a minor retracement to a what? To a major move. This one was an uptrend. Price has retraced back maybe 50% or 38.2% or thereabouts, any Fibonacci point. And then price now is going to go and form the higher high. Now he has entered a sell here. Why did he enter a sell here? Because he lacks knowledge. Price is too cheap. Now you are selling when price is too cheap. Price was too expensive, and that was when you bought. Because you believe the candle is going up, that's when you should enter. No, you buy at a support and sell at a resistance. But currently, this person has sold at a resistance and he has bought at a support. He has gone against the principles of price. Why? Because he lacked knowledge, or she lacked knowledge. It can also be a she. Okay, and because of that, price now begins to go back up again. Guess what? This time dismay begins to fall in. There is no hope, and eventually that trade again ends in a loss. And probably it does that for some time. The whole account is being blown, and it loses. It will not say two things. He said that he will say they are manipulating the charts, or trading is not for him or her. Oh, trading is not in my destiny. I don't think God has called me to be a trader. No, the problem is that you yourself, you have not been able to master your emotions. Fear, greed, they are killers of this business, and we must know how to set them away from our trading psychology. So let us look at these things very quickly as we go on because of our time. Now, what 90% of traders do? 90% of traders lose 90% of their accounts in the first 90 days of trading life. Why? Because 90% of traders do not have the right 90% of psychology that would have made them to make their profits in the first 90 days of trading. And so therefore, bad psychology or bad emotional control in trading would always lead to bad trading experience. Now, this thing I'm saying, it might be looking so simple, but I tell you, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult because it involves your money. And when I teach in class and I tell people when I enter into a trade, I used to purposely close the trade and just look away. Immediately I enter a trade, for example, Euro USD, I would enter, close, put my stop loss, put my take profit. Once I have done that, guess what? I will put off my laptop or I minimize my MT4, start looking at somewhere else, or I off my phone and put it somewhere, or I don't want to see that trade. I have set the parameters for it, and I have used support and resistance price structure to set that parameter. So I don't want to know what's going on. Because if I keep looking at the charts, my emotions will become what? Attached to that price movement. And before you know it, I might close too early, or I might become anxious and get out of that trade too early, or I might make a huge mistake that will blow my account. So what I do is that the only way I can conquer my emotions personally is to what? Enter into the trade, get out of get out of my phone or my system and just put it down somewhere and let the trade keep running. Eventually, I will just come and discover that my trade has gotten to what? To profit. So how many of us can do that? How many of us can do that? How many of us can, enter into a trade and don't look at the charts? You are not looking at your phone. Many times I see people, even when they are walking, because they enter into one trade, 0.01, and they are looking at their phone. They're going to the toilet, they're with their phone. They're going to the bathroom, they're with their phone. I hope we can all hear me. And yet, you are not able to watch.
I do that all the time.
You see it? And how has it been, sir? I hope you know that's not been easy. So it's better you just enter into the trade and you just let it be. Let the market do its thing.
I used to do it. Yes, I do that always.
It's a very bad habit. It's a very bad habit. You let the market do its thing. So the 90% fact. So if you don't want to be part of the 90% of people that would, lose their money in trading, you have to apply the right trading psychology. So don't worry, we're going to still talk. I'm trying to rush this so that we can ask a lot of questions. I want to really answer a lot of questions today. So please let me just quickly talk about all these things so that we can go to the question and answer section before my time expires. Okay, so this is my story. This is what happened to me. Guys. I said I wanted to trade. Why did I say I wanted to trade? Just like everybody else, I was, personally growing up, I was not, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. Let me put it that way. So I came from a very humble background, and I knew that financial investments was the way to go. So I've done a lot of other businesses. I've been scammed a couple of times. So I told myself, okay, what is the best way to go about financial freedom without doing anything illegal? I discovered that the financial market gives me the potential to make any amount I want to make in life if I have a good plan. So I came into this business to say, oh, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be a millionaire with 100,000 naira. So, and then, I started watching some couple of videos. I started doing a lot of things, doing my little training and research on my own, and then after that, I went to do 1 or 2 demo accounts. And demo accounts, your emotions are not attached to it. It's not your money now. So you can easily take a decision and you will not even blink. Your heart will not even pound, unlike a real account. So demo accounts, whether you are losing the money or getting the money, it's like game, your emotions are not attached to it. You will not feel anything. So you can take some decisions without emotion. You can enter into some trade without fear. You can enter into some trade without greed. And you can enter and then you move your mind because it's not your real money. So people used to ask me, why is it that it's easy to make money on the demo account? This is the reason, because your emotions are not attached to it. So after then, I raised my demo account from $5,000 at that time to 15,000 in 2 weeks. Oh, this is a very good business. I believe that I was set to go. I was ready to go. I jumped into the live account. And as I was doing the live account, I cannot remember how many times I blew my life account, to be truthful. I cannot remember when I started. Blew the life account. In fact, the money itself was borrowed money. and I was paying people debts, paying debts up and down. You see it, but I just kept on. I mean, I believe that this business was it for me. So as I keep on blowing my life account, I kept on asking myself the question: what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Okay, so if I use this strategy today and I blow the life account, I'll say, oh, this strategy is not good. I want to use another one. And I have people like that. Some people will call me, oh, I heard that you people now have hybrid indicator. Please let me get that hybrid indicator. And I'll be laughing in my mind. What's the difference between hybrid indicator and fresh pips? What's the difference between fresh pips and breakout pro max? What's the difference between breakout pro max and profit sniper? All of them, they are all indicators. The problem is not the indicator. The problem is you. The reason why your trade, you are responsible for your trade if it's going to be successful or if it's going to be bad. It's not your indicator, it's you. Okay, so until I realized that I was the problem, the way I was thinking and the mindset I have towards trading was the problem, I kept on losing money. So it was then I sat myself down after coming in contact with the topic trading psychology, and I had to reset my mindset and have the right mindset to trading. Okay, Precious, you can make millions in this business, but you have to have a plan. How many months or how many years are you going to use to achieve that millions? Now, plan it and have a plan. So if you want to achieve 6 million in this business, tell yourself, how much are you going to deposit? How much do you want to be making every day for you to achieve that? What strategy are you going to stick to? Give yourself rules and principles. And that was what changed everything for me. That was what changed everything. Now I don't do more than, as I'm a professional trader and I do it full time now, but I can tell you that my lot size has never been more than 0.1. My lot size has never been more than 0.1. And there's nothing I can say in the market. Even when FOMC wanted to come out on, that was it Tuesday now? FOMC this week. And I saw what the market was doing. I knew that the market was going to move. All USD pairs and gold, even DE30. I did not increase my lot size. I still stick to 0.1, even when I knew that the market was going to move crazily. I knew, but I never increased my lot size because I have a principle, a mindset, and I know that this is a business. It's not that day that will give me millions. It's what I will do every other day that would accumulate to the millions. Okay, so how much have you lost in this business? Have you lost 500,000 naira? Have you lost $1,000? Have you lost $2,000 or $5,000 or even $10,000? Could it be because of your trading psychology? If you're listening to me now, you have lost money before in trading. I'm asking you now, do you think it was your strategy that was bad? No. Do you think you were not being trained enough? No. What if it was your trading psychology that was not right? What if it's that 70% that you needed to be profitable that you didn't get right? You were only focusing on the 30%. And so therefore, please, this slide or this training today is very, very important. So please, I want us to pay attention. We still have a long way to go. So what do you do? Number one, contain your emotions. When you are trading, contain your emotions. I told you my personal experience. The way I was able to learn that was that anytime I enter a trade, what do? I close it. I don't even look at it. I enter the trade. If I want to enter 5 trades in the morning, I enter the whole 5, and I later I've entered. I've put my stop loss, my take profit at good points anyway. You know, stop loss and take profits too. You can also, greed and fear can also influence it. And I'll tell you how to do that. Your stop loss and take profit, greed and fear can influence it. And if you have your stop loss according to greed, or your stop loss according to fear, price might go and hit you out. So you must put it at a particular point where you know that if the market breaks that point, the market has changed structure. You are sure that price will not get there, at least up to 90 to 95% sure. And those points are zones in the market, support and resistance zone. So if you're listening to me, I don't know what support and resistance zone is, please consult www.rally.academy to get videos on support and resistance, price action, trading structure, to know what they are, or do more research on them. Very, very powerful zones. So once I put my stop loss below a support for a buy, I might take profit just before the next resistance. I close my trade and I don't want to look at it again until maybe 4 hours or 3 hours later. I just come to check. Oh, has it moved? Once I see that it has moved in my favor up, I can move my stop loss to break even. Once I do that, I'm free. I've already secured my capital. Once I move my stop loss to where I entered, no more fear for me again. I've secured my capital. I'm not moved. Whatever the trade wants to do, let it do. So you see the way I'm trading, I have been able to remove my emotion because it's the hardest thing to do in this business. Now, the next thing is to what? Exercise patience where you need to be patient. I was training on Thursday in Lagos here, and I told my students immediately, I said, that was yesterday now, I said, let's enter into USD-JPY on a sell USD-JPY while we were training, live trading. Immediately everybody entered and we were waiting. USD-JPY was still dancing around that zone. I said, let's wait. Our stop loss, we did our stop loss immediately, and we also did a take profit, but I told them you can take profit at any time. So as we were talking, somebody said, oh, this thing will not sell, Jare. He just closed this trade. So people were still trying to tell him, oh, why did you close it? He said, can't you say I think it's going up? I'm already losing money. He just closed it. I was looking at him. I didn't say anything. Do you know that immediately this man closed this trade? It was as if the market was waiting for him. The thing just went down and people started closing in profits. Guess what? He now wanted to enter again. I said, no, already you have made the mistake. You were not patient enough. You have done a stop loss. Why close your trade? You should have just waited for price to do what it wants to do. If you will hit your stop loss, I'll tell yourself, how much will I lose? If I will lose 2,000 naira on this trade, fine. So I know that worst of all, worst case scenario, I am losing 2,000 naira. And you remove your mind. And of course, if you use this principle, if you are good if you are using a strategy that works, you cannot lose 10 trades at the same time. And if you are using 1:2 in your reward risk to reward ratio, if you make 5 trades and you lose 5 trades, you have made 10% of the 5% you lost, and you are able to break even and even have more profits. Okay, so that's one thing I've noticed. Many people are not patient in trading. Number 2 is you need to exercise discipline. Now, because you saw that price is going up, you want to jump in. No, you need to discipline yourself to not be able to jump into trades. You need to have a plan. Okay, I'm going to enter at this point. Am I going to use a pending order, or am I going to wait for price to retrace and give me a bullish candle or a bearish candle? Have something that informs your decision. Don't just enter through adrenaline. Don't let adrenaline, don't just let your emotions push you into the market and say, okay, price is going up, let's quickly enter. And then by the time you enter, your heart start beating fast. It's as if you're running a race. And before you see price start going down, your face will just change. Your emotions, everything about you just dies. And you are just hoping and start praying, oh God, let this thing not go against me, oh God. And it's going down. The more you are praying, the more the thing is going down. It's not because God doesn't answer prayers, but because you have entered without discipline. You see it? So it's not anybody's fault but your fault. The next thing is you need to be persistent. In trading, you need to be persistent. You need to keep trading. You need to keep believing in this business. That's what I did. After losing so much money, I was persistent. I knew that this business is real. I have people who have families and they're not doing anything but trading. So how are they doing it? It's not that somebody out there, somebody I know very well, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, who are around me when I was young and they were not doing anything, and all they were doing was trading and they were making money. I mean, money was not a problem. So I knew that if somebody else can make it in this business, I can also make it. But the problem is now what? Talking to myself and also mastering my emotions. Okay? So confidence is not I would profit on this trade. Now, if you enter into a trade and you're telling yourself, oh, this trade is going to give me profits, that's not confidence. So confidence is I will be fine if I don't profit from this trade. That's the kind of confidence you should have. So when I enter into trade now and I don't mind and I just enter into the trade and of course my mind is out of it, I've told myself, worst case scenario, this is the amount I'm going to lose and it doesn't move me. I have so and so in my account. I am losing just maybe 1%. Of course, I am not bothered. I know that I will make it back. So, but when I'm using a lot size that's not making me to, I say, oh, I will enter into this thing with a very big lot size, that if the thing goes against me, 50% of my account is gone. Of course, I will not be at rest. And so that's why you must always have a plan. So if you are saying, I will profit on this trade, remember that the market cannot be predicted. So you should always hedge against risk. Hence, the first statement is not a confidence statement, but a what? A statement of what? Of overconfidence. When you are overconfident in this market, it leads to a lot of tragic loss. Okay, so guide against overconfidence. That's another thing that has killed a lot of accounts, and we keep killing a lot of accounts. Okay, and overconfidence leads to greed. You will not increase your lot size, and eventually, just one bad trade, the account is gone. Sometimes I hear people when they tell me about what they lost, I tell them, how did you trade? They'll say DE30 or one indices, and they're like, what did you enter with? How would you enter DE30 with one standard lot with 200,000 naira, sir? It's not head off, because even 20,000 naira alone, D30, just 5 minutes, is gone. And you are entering with because you believe that the market is going to go in your favor. How do you know? Have you seen the future? No, but you're only using your strategy, and that strategy can be wrong. No strategy is 100%. So you should always edge against risk, and that's why you should have a plan. If this happens, what will I do? If this happens, what will I do? So if I lose this trade, how will I get it back? If this trade doesn't go in my favor, how will I get it back? That should be your mindset as a trader. Okay, so this man, Victor Sperandio, is a fantastic trader, and he said something that caught my attention. Now, this man said that what? He said trading success is emotional discipline. If intelligence were the key, there would be a lot more people making money trading. If intelligence was the key in trading, you know, people like Jeff Bezos, George Soros, they will not be the one making money. It's going to be first-class students, first-class university students, geniuses, and all the rest of them. That's going to be the people that are going to be making money in this business if it was intelligence. But no, because trading is emotional discipline, that is why you have few people making money, because few people in this world have emotional discipline. And you will agree with me, it's a problem in our society now. It's a problem. How many people have emotional discipline, that they are able to control their emotions in terms of what? In terms of anxiety, or in situations that are not too good, that you are able to control yourself. So it's a big problem, and that's why you discover that a lot of people don't have this. You need to develop it as a person in this business. Okay, so let me quickly move on. Very quickly, let's take this note. To be successful in trading, you need a certain presence of mind. You also need discipline to stick with your trading plans and know when to book profits and losses. Now, emotions simply can't get in the way if you plan to take your trading business to the next level. I tell you, if you want to be successful in this business, know that it is business as usual. Don't attach your emotions. It's difficult, like I said, but you need to develop how to do it. You just need to develop it. Okay? So the next one, overall investor sentiment often drive price on the charts in directions that are at odds with the fundamentals, right? So successful traders control fear and greed, the two human emotions that drive that sentiment, fear and greed. Psychology knowledge can give you the discipline and objectivity needed to take advantage of others' emotions. Okay, so the two emotions to master: number one, greed; number two, fear. So let's look at these two very quickly. What is fear? A certain natural reaction to a perceived threat. Guess what? It's a perceived threat. It's not yet a danger. It's just a threat. But your mind has been developed in such a way that as humans, we tend to react to the threats before the danger, because we believe that if there's a threat, there will always be a danger. Sir, it's not every time there is smoke that there will be a fire. So it's not every time you will see a threat and you see a danger. And how does it work in this business? It's very simple. Some people, they close their trade before the trade hits TP. So this happened to us yesterday too. We're trading D30 on 15 minutes. And immediately I said, everybody enter a buy. We were all in a buy on D30, and the price went up because that was 9 o'clock in the morning. Was it 9 o'clock? Yes, 9 o'clock in the morning, and ECB president was talking. So the price went up, and it got to my take profit. But the take profit that somebody in the group somebody in the class has already placed, it has not gotten there yet. And so I told the person, why don't you wait? If this thing gets there, you're going to make $153. But if you close it now, you're going to make $73. The person say, half bread is better than none. I just laughed. And he closed the trade. Guess what? Immediately he closed that trade, it just went up, boom, and went to that take profit that he has already set before. And it was, if I had known, no, it was because of fear. Because this is D30, any small movements can crash my account. Let me quickly, but you should have had a plan. So that is why you must not enter with a big lot. So don't enter with something you cannot handle. So when you are entering, if you are putting a TP, let it get there. Don't let fear make you to get out of the trade. A lot of things, this thing happens to a lot of people that trade gold, D30 and other indices. Immediately the thing begins to move small in profit, like FOMC the other day. FOMC, many people would have made millions of naira, but the reason that what hindered them from making that profit was fear. Immediately it just went up, they just closed their trade. Immediately they closed it, it went further up. So if you have allowed it to, get to your TP, you would have made more money than you made now, because every opportunity in the market is a life opportunity that if you miss it, you might not get it again. Okay. Now the next one is closing your trade without allowing it to hit stop loss. Like I said before, you have set a stop loss and you see that the thing is now coming down. This thing is not going to go up again, Jerry. I've already accepted this failure. This loss. Let me just close it now before the thing. If I go and hit my stop loss now, I will make more loss. That's a threat to equity. If you keep doing that every time, you discover that you will blow your account. Allow it to hit your stop loss. And that is why you must trade with a what? With a 1:2 risk to reward ratio. Okay, so if you are risking 1%, you should be able to what? Look at gaining 2% or more in every trade. That is the best way to trade, right? So you should always allow it hit your SL. Okay, and another thing is people not using SL. There's some people that, they say that the stop loss is not good. If you place it, it always hits you. No, I told you, if you place your stop loss very well, below a zone or above a zone, you have nothing to fear. If it breaks that zone, know that there is a problem, because price moves from zone to zone. Remember, when a resistance is being broken, it becomes a support. And so therefore, because that resistance is now a support, price cannot go back down. It's hard. If price goes back down, then there's a problem. So if you put your stop loss below a support that has been broken, which was a resistance before, and then price goes up and you enter the buy, you should be rest assured that if price comes back there, then there's a problem. Price should not be able to come back, because that is not a support. Okay, so not using SL is the first failure in trading. It has happened to me a lot of times. The first person I had who trained me in trading was a white guy. He doesn't use stop loss, but his take profit was very small. For me, I wanted a bigger take profit. So I was also increasing my TP. I was not using stop loss. And guess what? It crashed my account several times until I was able to change my mindset. Okay? So fear inherently is not meant to limit you. Rather, see fear as the brain's way of saying that there is something important you need to what? You need to overcome. There's something important you need to overcome. Okay, so you become fearful the moment you identify with fear. But once you begin seeing it as an impersonal changing phenomenon, you become free. So you can master your fear. And I've told you the way I mastered mine in trading. Instead of me being afraid or being greedy, enter the trade and forget about it. Just put it somewhere. Set your parameters and let the market do its thing. Okay, so greed. Greed is, another word for greed is over-ambition, unrealistic expectation. Unrealistic expectation. Another problem I see people having in this business is that, okay, you enter the buy. You are already seeing 20,000 naira profits. Sir, ma, why are you not closing it and going out? You will be waiting. Oh, this thing will still go up. It will still go up. It's now 25,000. You say, hey, I said it will still go up. Before you know it, it drops to 20,000. You say, no. I'm not going to close. I will not close. It will go up. Do you know that eventually price will come down to 10,000, even down to 2,000? That's when I say, oh, let me close this thing. You see, even some people who leave it, it is not minus. You see, this thing that I'm saying, that is, it might sound so very, very, but it's what has killed a lot of people in this business. It has killed a lot of people. Okay, so you need to know how to master it. Okay, greed is not easy to overcome, and it's often based on instincts to do better or to get just a little more. Greedy traders are fond of hanging on to a winning position too long to get large profits with a defined TP target. So people used to put their TP they're in Lagos here, they will put their TP in America, and they will believe that the market will get there. I don't know what's giving them that confidence. Right? Instead of putting your TP according to what you are seeing on your chart, no, you are putting your TP at the last swing high of 3 months ago, and you have 100,000. How do you think price will get there? Why don't you just put it something that you make you to get? If it's 5,000, you get that day. Fine, you close it and you do it again and like that. And you keep on adding something to your account, no matter how little. The very first thing that you should know is that your capital is safe. If your capital is safe, anything you should do in this business is not for you to first make profit. It's for you to first safeguard your capital. In business, that is what is called break-even point. that anytime you are trading, the first thing in your mind is not to make profits, but to break even, to safeguard your capital. That you enter into a trade, you put your stop loss, and the price goes up or goes down in your favor, and you move your stop loss from where it is to where you entered to save your capital at every time. How many of us trade like that? When you enter a trade, you can put your stop loss somewhere. As the price goes up a bit, you drag it to where you entered. Immediately, that point, you have saved your capital and you have broken even, because that's how business is. Okay, so learn to avoid greed by developing a trading plan based on rational thinking and not whims or instincts. Okay, so let's set some rules. Now, a trader needs to create rules and follow them through. Set out guidelines based on your risk reward tolerance for when to enter trade and when to exit. It's not every trade you need to enter. If a trade is not giving you 1:2, don't enter into it, no matter how juicy it's looking. Even if the trade is, somebody is giving you a signal out there. And please, I want to really caution us against signal groups out there. Apart from live trading groups and all that, if you don't know the person properly and you are paying for a signal group out there, remember that person also has emotions, and the person might not also been able to master his own trading psychology. I have had a signal group that has crashed my account many times when I started this business. So you need to know how to really, really do it on your own. When I got tired, I deleted all of them on Telegram and on WhatsApp. And I told myself I need to go and learn this thing on my own. So that when I lose the money, I will know that I am responsible for it. It's not that when I lose money, I don't even know what went wrong. I just know that I followed somebody. It's very, very bad. And it was making me sad, very sad. Because the person that I did not know when I was working for the money was making me to lose it. So I should be responsible for my wins and for my gains. So I went to learn it on my own, and I had to master my own emotions also. Now, set the profit targets and put a stop loss in place to take emotions out of the way. Okay. Now, stop loss based on chart structure. I've told us this before. Set take profit based on realistic expectation. I've told us this before. I've hit 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips is good to go. Okay, now setting rules. It's wise to set limits on the maximum amount you are willing to win or lose per trade. I've also explained this to us. Have an amount that you have an amount in your mind that you want to be getting. Tell yourself, if I make 3,000 every day in the next 30 days, how much would that be? Sorry, in the next 20 days, that's 3 times 2. That would be 60. That's almost 60,000 naira in 20 days. If you want to increase that, increase your capital so that you can increase your lot size. Don't increase lot size and leave capital alone, because that can hinder or put more risk on your capital. Okay. Now, once your trade has gotten to the TP target, take the money and wait for the next trade setup. Don't have to enter trade again. Somebody asked me yesterday. I don't know. Can we mute our mic? Can we mute our mic? Okay, thank you. Somebody asked me yesterday after we entered D30 and they got our take profits. The guy said, should I enter again? It's still going up. I just smiled. I said, why are you entering again? Because it's still going up. How do you know it's still going to go up? He said, you just smiled. I said, don't enter because price is too expensive now and you should buy at a support, not buy at a resistance. So wait for price to retrace, then look for a reversal pattern for you to enter from a support, and that's if it's going to continue as a buy. And I said, okay. But if that guy has entered at that point, immediately I got to my office and I checked D30, of course, price was coming down because price will always go up and come down. Okay, so don't forget that. All right, so let's quickly take a look at what I have here. In conclusion now, don't ever make the mistake of believing that market success has to come to you fast. Trade small, stay in the game, be persistent, and eventually you will reach a satisfying level of proficiency. Eventually you will reach there. It will take time. People who come into this business and they are telling you that, oh, in trading, I bought a Mercedes Range Rover in 2 weeks. Ask them, are you sure it is trading or blood money? Because we need to be sure. And you need to also ask, how much did you put into it? Because you cannot tell me who is having 100,000 naira and you're having 5 million naira or even more than. You cannot tell me that we're going to be making the same profit. Of course, you can buy a Range Rover if you want to buy a Range Rover with that amount. Me, I might not be able to get that, but I know that I'm making profits. And that's the best, that's the, what's it called? That's the aim of the business, that every day something is entering into my account. So, but if I'm going to compare myself to you and start trading with big lot size because I want to make my 100,000 naira to be doubled in 2 weeks or in 1 week, eventually I might enter into a bad trade that would crash that account. And that's what many of us are doing. So I want us to really trade small, have a plan. After this class now, bring out paper and biro, write a plan. If you have lost your trade, your fund before, I am telling you that you can come back on your feet. You can come back on your feet, no matter how small. You can start with 50,000, you can start with 100,000, you can come back. All you just need to do is to get a plan. Okay, I have 50,000 naira. I want to get 20 to 30% return on investment on this money in the next 3 months. That will lessen the pressure on you. Okay, how much will 20% or 50% be? About 10 to 15,000, what's it called now? 20 to 25,000 naira. Good. How much will I be making every day in trading for me to achieve that in 3 months? You will discover that it will be so easy if you break it down like that. Maybe in a day, you just need to make maybe 500 naira. So imagine you making 500 naira in a day and you have a whole 3 months. You will be so relaxed. You will not take unnecessary risk. Your mind will be so relaxed. You will not need to fear anything. You are just trading little by little and you're making profit. And even someday you can make more than that money. You can make 5K, you can make 2K in your, just trading. But you know that at least you have made 500 naira. Once you meet 500 naira, you are okay. And it's very easy to achieve. So you cannot compare that to somebody that has 5 million. Somebody that has 5 million cannot say, okay, I want to make 20 to 10% of my account in 3 months. How much do I need to be making every day? Okay, I need to be making 20,000 naira every day. Good. With your 5 million naira, you can do one standard lot. It's allowed because you have equity. It will not affect your account if it goes against you, since you are using a very good lot size. And not on D30 anyway, on the Euro USD and currencies. On D30, you can go with 0.05 and you are good to go. And you are just trading every day, you are making 50K, you are making 20K. It's going to be very easy for you with that lot size because lot size is what determines your gain and is being determined by your equity. Eventually, you discover that in that 3 months, you have even made more than 50% of the account and without stress. But if you have it that you want to double the account, is a problem. You start running the race and you start battling with a lot of emotional psychology that will end up crashing that account. So in conclusion, everybody, you will reach a satisfying level of proficiency if you are patient and if you are able to master your emotions. So what do I want you to start doing now? Enter a trade, put your stop loss and take profit. Let your take profit not be too far, at least 10 to 20 pips. Your stop loss should be below a particular zone. Once you have done that, guys, close your phone or do something else. Close your laptop. Do not sit down and be looking at it. Let the market do what it wants to do. Immediately you sit down and be looking at it, your heart will start pounding, and it's not even good for your health. I tell you, it's not good for your health. Sometimes it can even cause some other things because by the time you see that you're losing money, you become more anxious and your body will begin to react to that threat. And before you know it, you're already shaking. It has happened to me before. I could not sleep. I could not sleep. Okay. When my money I was seeing loss. I could not sleep. I was looking at it overnight. Eventually, I lost that trade, even though I didn't sleep. So I lost my sleep and I lost the trade. Why? Because I didn't put stop loss. So if I had put stop loss, I would have not been bothered. I would say, okay, maximum, I will lose 500 or 2,000 or 20,000 in that trade. And I'll go and sleep. Anything that happens, let it happen. The next morning, I just come and check. Oh, I have lost the trade. No problem. I will enter another one and I will make the money back. And it will make me to be very balanced. It's just business. There is no emotion attached. Of course, in business, you lose sometimes you gain, but your gain should be more than your losses. That's the important thing. Okay, so let me entertain some questions for some few minutes before I will call it a day. So if you want to ask me any question, please let me see your hands up. Okay, so I can see Okere K. Fred, I can see Cotterell. I don't know if I got that correctly. I can also see Nongu. Okay, so I'm going to. Okay, so I can also see some other hands already. So I'm going to take us one by one. So let me go with oh yeah. So please, I can hear you. You can. Okay, let me unmute you. Yes, please ask your question. Are you with me? Oh yeah, Nongu. Are you with me? Sorry if I'm not getting the pronunciation correctly. Okay. I've seen all that. All right. I don't know if she can hear me. Okay, let me go to Okereke Wilfred. Okereke Wilfred, please ask your question. Please unmute yourself. Oh, you need to unmute yourself for me to hear you. Okay, Okereke Wilfred also is not responding. Let me take Henry. Henry.
Yes. Good day.
Good day, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Hello, sir. I can hear you.
Or trade, take profit and stop loss on a particular trade,
Okay.
and you decide to switch off your phone or your laptop. Can you leave it overnight the next day?
Why not? Yes, sir. So far you have set it. You can. See, I took. Yeah, you can. Have I answered your question?
That is yes, but then the question is, what is the implication? Will I be charged with that? Will I bear any cost on that?
There's something called a swap fee, but the swap fee is nothing. If you ask me, sometimes it can be 3 kobo, sometimes it can be 2 naira. You know, it's nothing. So that's what it's called a swap fee. It's just based on the interest. And sometimes a swap fee can also be in your benefits. A swap fee can also be added to your account. So it's just the interest rate of central banks of the world against themselves. So if you are doing Euro USD, if the interest rate of the euro is higher than that of the dollar and you bought, they're going to add a particular interest to your money as profits. But if the other way around, they're going to take it, but it's always very, very small. So it's not really anything of much concern.
Okay, then I have a major problem. My major problem is knowing where to set my take profit. For me, for instance, I'm not really bothered about making like the aspect of grade you spoke about. You know, where they give me just 5% per annum. So if I can make 1% in 1 month, it's okay for me. So aspect of grade, I don't have that. So I just really want to know where, if for instance I have 200,000 as my capital, I want to set my take profit for all the trades I enter for the day, not more than say 2% of my capital. How do I do that? How do I know where to set the take profit so that it will not exceed that percentage?
All right, there are 2 ways to do it. Are you using a phone or a laptop?
Can you send me the video?
Are you using a phone or a laptop? A phone or a laptop?
I use a laptop.
Beautiful. Immediately you start dragging your take profit point or your stop loss, immediately you start bringing it down, you will see the money you are going to lose and the number of pips at the left hand side of that red broken line. So as you right click on your green broken line, as you are dragging it down, you will see the number of pips you are going to lose, and the number of money that's going to be taken from your account if that thing hits your stop loss. So you can determine how much you're going to lose per time using that.
Okay.
Very
so and your advice is that I should not take more than 5 to 10 pips for my profit, right?
Take profits can be 10 to 20 pips. You can do 10 to 20 pips, depending on your depending on you. All right, thank you very much, sir.
Stop loss.
Stop loss, depending on the stop loss is, you need to put a stop loss depending on the structure of your chart. So where you see, if you're entering a buy, you need to put your stop loss below a support. You see it?
Okay.
And if you're entering a sell, you need to put your stop loss above a resistance. So it can be 5 pips, thereabouts, depending on your take profits.
All right, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm cool. Okay.
Okay. All right, so let me go over it again. Nongo, are you here with me now? I don't know where that noise is coming from. I think I've identified the noise.
The noise is coming from your setup.
Okay. All right, sir. How are you doing? Hello, sir. Are you with me, Mr. Nongo? Hello, please ask your question. You're raising up your hand, or should I move on?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Please ask your question, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Please, if you're having about 300,000 naira as capital, your equity, what lot size can one use when trading D30?
Okay, when trading D30 and you have 300,000 naira, Abi?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Don't trade more than 0.03.
All right. The same thing is applicable to 200. That would be 0.02, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, sir. Okay, so let me quickly take Okereke. Okereke, are you with me now? Okay, Okereke is not yet with me. Victor, let me quickly take Victor this time. Victor, if you can hear me, I'm waiting for you. Do you have a question for me, Victor? Sorry for that. Do you have a question for me? Okay, Victor.
Yeah, yes, good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
Hello?
I'm with you, sir.
Okay. What you talked about this risk ratio.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know how do I get to set that?
Do you use a laptop, sir?
No, I use a phone.
Use a phone. Good. Now, the number of pips on your take profits on your phone, you can determine that by studying how to calculate pips. It's very simple. Remember, pips is the fourth digit in every number, depending. So if it's a major currency like Euro USD, GBP USD, the fourth number is the pip. But for USD JPY, the second number after the decimal point is the pip. Okay, so let's say you enter at 1.1973. Let's say 732. But forget about the fifth number. Let's talk about the fourth number now. So 1.1973 for your buy. Now, your take profit has to be 1.19. Let's say your take profit is 1.197 now, Abi. So let's add 7 to it. So that would be 7. Your take profit is 7 pips. So 1.1980. That's 7 pips from 1.1973. You get it?
Okay.
Your stop loss will now be 1.19. We have to take 3 from 70. That will be 70. So it means that you have 7 pips take profit and 3 pips stop loss. So that way you have been able to do 1:2.
Okay.
So what you are risking is 3 pips and you want to make 7 pips. So at least that is higher than what you are risking. So that's it.
All right. Then secondly, I've set a stop loss before above the resistance. Okay. And surprisingly, the price hit that stop loss and I was kicked out of the trade. So I don't know what really happened in that particular instance.
What instrument are you trading?
It was a currency pair, though I'm trying to remember it now.
Is that USD JPY or most of those very volatile currency pairs? Sometimes they can be very crazy. When I mean crazy is that you can have a spike, price goes up to spike, gets to that take profit, get to that stop loss, and then reverse back. And then we now reject that point. Good. That's why sometimes when you are setting your stop loss, you must use the past price reaction. So don't just put the stop loss above a resistance. Put it above a resistance that the highs or the lows of any candle in that set has not gotten to before.
No problem. Okay.
You get it?
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, so Okereke, Wilfred, are you with me now? Okay, I think it's not.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Hello.
I'm with you, sir. I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you when you're explaining that stop loss position.
Okay.
The network is breaking.
Don't worry. I'm recording this, sir. I'm recording this. After I finish recording this, please call your account manager to send you a recorded video of it.
I think I can hear you.
Yeah, I said I'm recording this, sir. So immediately we finish this class now. Call your account manager to send you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, I said I'm recording this. So immediately we finish, call your account manager to send you a recorded link of the video. So you can hear everything all over again, very clear.
Hello, you said?
I said there's a recorded video that you would listen to very clear. After this section, you can get your account manager to send it to you. Hello? I think your network is very, very bad. Okay, so
yes,
please,
it's network.
All right, okay, we fed is now with me. So please ask your questions, sir, very quickly. I just have, let me just give us 10 minutes more. So in the next 1 minute, sir, please ask me your question so I can take every other person too.
Listening to know exactly where I'm making mistake and how to push up. But I find it difficult to get the recorded message or lecture.
It's www.rally.academy. www.rally.academy. Now, if you don't have an account there, you need to call, use your account manager, sir. You need to call the person to register you so that you can get all these videos for free as a client. We have it there for free. So it's like an online school that all these videos we are doing and more other videos that we've done before, you can access all of them there. Have I answered the question, sir? All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so Mr. Emmanuel Uko.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. So very quickly, in 1 minute, can you ask me a question?
Okay. You said buy at support.
Yes, sir.
At the support.
When net?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain more on that? Buy at the support and sell at the resistance. I want to know more about that.
Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Currently, fuel is at 165. Now, 165 is the current resistance for fuel. It means that anytime price goes above 165, nobody wants to buy. If you go to a filling station now and you ask them, I want to buy fuel, and they tell you fuel is 168, you run away. So that's 165 is a resistance that price cannot go above now. So what do you think I'm going to do as a seller? I'm going to sell at 165 to make maximum profit because I know that nobody's going to be willing to buy above that point. So anytime price gets 165, I will sell there. But if price drops to 160, do you think I will sell or I will buy? I'm asking you, Mr. Emmanuel, what should I do? If price drops to 160, should I buy or sell?
You will buy.
Of course. So 160 is a support. Why? Because price cannot go below 160. Anytime price gets to 160, you will see people rushing in to buy. And as they are buying, as demand is becoming rapid, so is price. So price begins to go up again. So that's why I say buy at a support and sell at a resistance.
Okay.
Very simple.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, so very quickly, Mr. Folabi Muhammad Naruddin, can you ask me your question? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Please,
You're
I want
welcome,
to ask if I'm having like 500,000 in my account. You said once I have like 300K, I can be trading with lot size of 0.02 or 0.03.
Yes, sir.
Like how many markets I can open at that very particular amount of capital?
With 500,000, okay. Ask me your question. Second question.
The second question, in the area of that stop loss and
take profit.
Can I use my resistance and support software?
Yes, sir.
To do that?
Yes, you can.
That's the question I want to ask.
All right, now please, and I want everybody to also listen to me. You see, all these questions can bring other things that is way away from trading psychology. Trading psychology is 30%, but don't forget, it's 70%. But 30% also is important. Both of them, both the 30 and the 70 are very important. Now, you must use support and resistance to do your trade, even no matter the strategy you are using. Now, support and resistance are very, very good. If you combine support and resistance and candlestick information, candlestick charts, candlestick pattern, you're able to read candlestick pattern very well, and you combine it to support and resistance, I can assure you 95% of your trading will be successful. 95%. And then if you're able to use support, you're also able to use support and resistance to set your stop loss and take profit. I also tell you that 95% of your trade also is going to be successful. Support and resistance also can also be used to take pending orders when price is consolidating. If price is ranging about a particular point, you can do a pending order. When price breaks up, it takes you in profit 10 pips. If price breaks down, it takes you in profit 10 pips. So support and resistance are very powerful. Okay, so yes, with 500,000 naira, you should be able to open on currency pairs at least 10 trades using 0.03. 10 trades, you are comfortable. Even if that 10 trades are not doing fine, your account will not shake, right? Because we still give you bonus. So 10 trades is okay. But if you are doing indices like D30, US30, and all those ones, then you should be looking at taking maybe 5 trades with that 0.03. Don't go more than 0.03. Don't go more than 0.03.
Okay.
Or you can take like 5.
So thank you very much. I'm very good.
Welcome. Yes, sir. Okay, so let me move to the next person very fast. I just have 5 minutes more. I might not be able to take all our questions, but please, we can also ask these questions. We can send these questions. If I'm not able to take your questions, I'm going to drop my what's it called, my number on the chat page. You can send me your questions via WhatsApp, and I will be able to respond to them there. So I'm going to send it to everybody. 372055. So I'm going to be sending this to everybody. You can send me the questions over there. Okay, so you all have my number in case I cannot take everybody's question. All right, so let me quickly take Mr. T very quickly. Mr. T, I'm with you. Can you hear me? Mr. T, can you hear me?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Sir.
Couldn't our network here is not good.
I can see that.
Couldn't join on time, but like you said, that the video will be available, so I will listen to it.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
The MetaTrader app for laptop. I don't know. My secretary was using my laptop.
Okay, I think your network is very bad.
She scattered the app.
Okay. I can barely hear you, sir. But I think you're saying that your MT4 is no longer functioning on your. Delete that one. Delete the one you have on your phone. I mean, on your laptop. Hello. Delete the one you have on your laptop and reinstall another one from www.rally.trade. So just go to www.rally.trade and download another one and reinstall.
Sorry, did you get me?
Yes, I got you, sir. Hello, can you hear me? I got you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Laptop.
Yes, I got you. So just re-download another one from the website. Just re-download another one from the website and it will be set up for you again.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Patrick.
Can I ask the question if other people are not ready? Very quick.
Okay.
My name is Uche. I've already raised my hand. I wanted to ask something. When you talk about buy at support, sell at resistance. Hello? Are you hearing me?
I'm with you.
Okay, now let me say I'm just on my system. I'm watching a trade because I lost a lot of money 2 days ago, so I'm afraid of trading. So I'm just watching everything.
All right.
So now the trade I'm looking at has gone to resistance. Yes, it's going up, but the Ignatius is still showing, that's red down, meaning that is a down, is a sell trade.
Mm-hmm.
So is it still advisable at that point? Truly the trade is going up, I'm looking at it. As you said that, I looked at the trade that is at support, is going up, but is it advisable for somebody to go into that trade as a buy trade?
All right, so this is going to be the last question I'm going to take. I've sent my my numbers to every one of us, my WhatsApp number. Chat me on WhatsApp, send me your questions, and I will take them and give you a reply. And if it needs me to send you a video, send you an ebook or whatever, I'm going to send it to you. So I think that is better. So don't worry. If you cannot ask your question now, you ask again. So Mr. Uche, let me quickly take his question. And I want everybody to pay attention to this now because it's going to take us to something else. So what are you trading, sir?
Where I lost was US 100.
What are you looking at now?
I'm looking at that's US 30.
US 30. Okay.
Yes.
All right, just hold on. All right, US 30, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is US 30.
Mm.
Let me use my support and resistance template. Okay, so this is US 30, and currently this is what price is doing. If we use a Fibonacci retracement tool from this point here to this point, you discover that US 30 is trying to retrace back down to this fib level 38.2, right? So I still believe that price is still going to come down a bit. However, I want you to notice this. Let me delete this. I want you to notice this, that where price is currently now, if we insert this, you discover that price is, just give me a minute. Okay. So this is a level of support. It was a resistance for a long time. Yes. It was a resistance for a long time. A price broke that resistance and it became a level of support. So I think price, this is what price wants to do for your US 30. Price is going to be doing this. It's going to be coming down like this. When price gets here, it's going to bounce off this point to the upside. So this is my advice. You can look at buying US 30 at this point instead of us entering a sell now. You can look at waiting to buy US 30 because this is a trend. And if you notice, this is an uptrend and the trend is your friend. Don't go against the trend. So instead of me doing this, we can enter a buy here now, or we can enter a pending order at this point here. You can enter a pending order here. That's when price goes up to form the next higher high, it will trigger your trade. Take 10 pips take profits or 15 pips take profits, and immediately you are in profits, right? So either of the two, you are good to go, and make sure that your lot size is okay. But selling US 30 now will not be the best idea so far. Let me use the moving average to show you what I mean. Using the moving average 22, if you notice price, you see it? So let me delete this. So you can see the moving average 22 is also plotting dynamic support and resistance level. And this is the support level. Price is trying to come back down to this point. And from this point, it's going to bounce off it. So when price gets here, look for a candlestick pattern that tells you that price has started going back up. For example, a bullish engulfing like this. This is a bullish engulfing where the green candle is swallowing up this one, or a hammer, a bullish hammer like this one, sitting on the 22 moving average here. You can enter your buy here, put your stop loss just somewhere below that point, and you are good to go. Because this is a level of resistance. So if you put your stop loss below it with a buy, that's a powerful strategy. And that's a very good trade. So use a very small lot size, and you can be in this trade for a longer time, a longer period of time. This is on the daily anyway. This is on the daily. For the week, for the hourly, let me see what price is doing in the hourly here. All right, so you see price has gone down too much, and currently it's at a verified support here. So you can see price is trying to come back up again. So I believe that in the next few days, US 30 is going to be climbing back up because already it's too cheap. Everybody wants to buy it now.
Okay.
So for now, don't sell US 30. It's not a good time to sell for now. I remember indices generally, whether US 30 or D30, they don't go down for a long time. They are always going up eventually. So it's better to be on a buy on them than even to be on a sell most times.
Okay.
All right. So if you have further questions, everybody, on trading psychology and everything we have done today, I would like us to send me WhatsApp chats on that number stated there. I hope we all enjoyed today's class. And please, let's begin to apply this trading psychology on our trade in order for us to be successful in trading. Remember, it's not about your lot size. that would give you, it's not your lot size that would give you profits. It's your plan, a combination of your trading psychology and your trading strategy. Have a wonderful day. My name remains Precious David. And from this part of the academy here in Lagos Rally Trade, I'm saying good afternoon and have a wonderful day ahead.
Oh, this tweet
Thank you.